Taurus, and welcome to your April 2023 reading. So, I've meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the Emperor in reverse. So, of course, we are talking about the Divine Masculine being in reverse. And when I say the Divine Masculine, I don't mean men in general. We all have a left brain. So it's how we act out there, how we, what we give, what we go for, the choices we make, and things like that. And, of course, how people out there act towards us also. Is in reverse, so it's not so great. The second card is Justice in reverse with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Justice is, it's Venus in Libra. And it's all about balance. So when we're talking about a Emperor in reverse, this is like, balance between what we do to others and what others do to us. How we act towards others and how others act towards us. Here, there seem to be having had a big disbalance, okay, because of the Two of Pentacles. During the month, the Two of Pentacles goes down. That means it's ready to leave, but it's still there, and it was probably very active before. So that means that our Divine Masculine was not the same inside and outside. It was not the same on what we believe and how we act, or what we want and what we believe about the Divine Masculine. They're not balanced. They're not interacting in one another, creating, therefore, disbalance in our relationships. So since you enter the month with this, I would probably say that there's a possibility that you are witnessing a distorted masculine around you or within you. And the last card here is the Five of Cups in reverse. So this is really all about noticing a distortion and letting go of the pain associated with that distortion that prevents us from rebalancing him. Okay? So under our King of, our Emperor in reverse, we have the King of Wands upright and the Ten of Cups in reverse. And so here this is willpower. This is solar plexus. This is how we act, what we want, what we desire, what we want to go for, how we're making our moves, like, physically, King of Wands. Our courage and so on. With the Ten of Cups in reverse, it's almost like the will of the Divine Masculine, of the left brain part of us and others, is not associated with sharing of love and associations where we love each other and we are happy and we are fulfilled. It's the opposite. We have a hard time seeing the divine masculine wanting to love us and to share love with us. These three cards, that's what it would mean. And so therefore, when it comes to our relationships, Libra rules the house of partnerships, justice. When it comes to every dynamic with somebody else, there's a disbalance. Maybe we have to compensate, or maybe we're like, yes, I want them to be joyful and love me, but at the same time I don't believe it. So I'm going to be juggling about it. And see, we have under that the Page of Cup in reverse. So it's like it's not in my willpower, or it's not in my will. I don't want to give you a cup of love. And so, of course, that creates heartaches. And maybe here, if you believe that things are unfair and unbalanced and that for you it's that, you will not go and get the cup for yourself. This is saying that your own King of Wands does not want to give you that cup either. So if you're feeling this outside of you, look if inside, do I want to give me a cup of love? Because here it's like there's not the energy to go get that cup of love that would release those beliefs in my heart. And we have, Mercury squaring Lilith, and Venus going into Gemini, and Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. So the pains around love will be very relevant this month. And so here I think that you are going to see that inner juggling and that belief, justice in reverse, that all partnerships are unbalanced. And you have plenty of sadness to prove it. Memories of when people did not act correctly towards you. Under our Five of Cups, here we have the Star, the Pope, and the Two of Swords. And that Two of Swords going to have to flip back up because you have two huge major arcanas here about releasing and about using your discernment of what you want your reality to be about, Pope. What you elect, what you want to give credit to, what will be your truth, your inner truth. And under that I have the Nine of Cups. That inner joy that can only happen when we go for our personal fulfillment. This guy is not going to get somebody that's going to give him a cup. This guy is going to get a cup for himself, within himself. So, here I have the Hangman in reverse. And so, that means that it's almost like your vision of love will be flipped. Your vision of your past sorrows and sadnesses and how, maybe you learned that how much you deserved love before is going to be flipped. And with the Hangman, there's always a sacrifice. And the sacrifice in this case will be your narrative around the divine masculine and what it can bring you. That yes, it can bring you a cup of love. Your divine masculine can go and bring it to you so that you can be in the Nine of Cups. Then after, we can get to the Ten of Cups. Let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Taurus. So it's possible that, old sadnesses of this guy in reverse comes to the surface, and that is just to make you conscious, or if there's a disbalance in your belief in associations, what the other can bring you, what you deserve, what you believe you deserve, and all of that. What you're willing to give to yourself and release in order to be able to give that to yourself. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. help me clarify this reading for Tauruses for the month of April 2023. Okay, why is that Emperor in reverse for Taurus? Okay. All right. Time to turn the page on certain things. Here I have the Three of Pentacles. I have the Empress. I have our Two of Pentacles in reverse. And I have our Magician in reverse. And this is very... So, the Three of Pentacles, when you look at it, you have three men on it, okay? Like a monk, a priest, an architect, a craftsman. The way things work is that we get an inspiration. See, she's connected with the cosmic intelligence. She's connected to our spirit that is one with the divine, our higher self. And she brings in the inspiration, gives it a shape in her matrix, and then transfer that to the divine masculine that will be in this world, making it happen. Okay? So, a receptive and a action. Action within, action without. As above, so below, as within, as without. So, here, on the Three of Pentacles, we see three men, these three guys. The priest just received the inspiration within him. All right, that's great. He gives it to the architect, the other left brain aspect that will be able to visualize it. You know, little squares, and it's going to be like this. There's going to be pillars here, and it's going to look like that, and so on. And then the third masculine aspect here, with his chisel and his hammer, with his mind, his knowledge, and his willpower, will be able to carve the matrix, the stone, this reality, into the vision that he received from his divine feminine. This is how it works. But here, this guy, which would be exactly connected with all of his elements and therefore manifesting the church in this case, or in your case, whatever project or vision of what you want your life to be, that you feel inspired that this should be, he can manifest it like this. Because he's all balanced between the two dynamics of this dual world, working as one. Because here he's in reverse because they're still juggling. If you look, this card has the eternity symbol also, but it's disbalanced. So that tells me that, oh, my beautiful Taurus, you have so many beautiful inspiration, ideas, and the will of bringing unconditional love, happiness, and all of that. But your divine masculine doesn't know how to make it. Or he doesn't have the will. There's something happening. The cooperation between your feminine and your masculine is not quite there yet. Okay? So part of you is like, no, I won't be juggling anymore. But you're still not believing in balance. So let's look at why here we have, this would be like if you were told that you'll never, this will never happen for you, and you bought it. That created a limit on how you could expand yourself here. And if you bought it, your inner divine masculine will act accordingly. So let's see here. Justice. Why is justice in reverse? Okay. Justice is in reverse because your King of Swords is in reverse. See, it's part of your beliefs. That's why that Emperor, which is the 4 kings, is in reverse. So even if you want to, there's a part of you that believes that your actions will turn out hurtful, not balanced. And you're using your fire, your willpower to protect yourself, even if it means isolating yourself, because you don't believe that things are fair and balanced. You don't have faith. You wouldn't go and jump out there because you believe this will be kept from you. Because you were hurt in the past, 5 of Cups, and it's still in you. This is kind of on the side, so we have the Moon. I'll put it on the side because I think that sadness is stored in your unconscious and in your conscious also. You've uncovered, or you will uncover, part of the memories. See, this guy has been bottom feeding on the pains, on the past pains for a long time, and he comes to the surface to heal, to evolve, to grow. 4 of Swords, Knight of Swords. There's my new truth with the Knight of Swords, where I can leave my 3 of Swords behind me when I finish healing. And it has to do with 6 of Pentacles, balance. And what is on each side of the 6 of Pentacles is the 5 and the 7, the 2 distortions on each side. The 5, abandonment. Maybe we have little abandonment issues with the divine masculine. And on the other side, we have the 7, where we've been waiting and waiting maybe to be chosen, to be given a cup. Here, this is understanding how balance will work. And what that card is saying is that it has to come through you first. And once you get that, and that's the only way things can be balanced, the only way that things can be just, is if Venus is exalted. That's why it's ruled by Venus. Venus is exalted in both parties. Then if she's in unconditional love and abundance within herself, things will be balanced. If she's more in one and unable to be exalted in the other, there will be a disbalance and there will be pain. So that belief, ultimately at the end of the month, you're going to have to make a decision about it. And as I was saying in Aries, this month we have Mercury squared Lilith, and we have Venus in Gemini, Mercury being, the ruler of Gemini. So Venus and Lilith together, unconditional love and abundance, or pain, being sabotaged, abandoned, rejected, demonized, and all of that. Okay? Everything that is around Lilith. So that's going to be coming up to the surface, let's say, and part of your mental process. Let's look at that King of Wands that is under the Emperor. Yeah, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. In this beautiful Aries season, it's saying, I want happiness, fulfillment. I'm attracting it. I want it. I want to go towards it. 10 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, that went far. Here's our Six of Pentacle. And, all right. Here we have Judgment. So, Judgment on this. So the parts of you that have a hard time seeing joy and beauty and light into this world will come to the surface to be addressed. To be addressed so they can be reprogrammed with the principle, the understanding of the Six of Cups. Okay? Like when we bring back old memories to be refiled, reprocessed. Let's look at that Page of Cup in reverse. Refiled, reprocessed into a Page of Cup upright. Repassing memories with information, new information, because we've seen, we're looking at things differently. Let's say that if I have a memory that is very painful, and of course I'm going to imprint it, like if I'm 5, like a 5-year-old deduction, definition under that memory, it's going to be imprinted that way. And I bring back that memory 100 times since then. And I bring it back every time I feel the same pain. The definition becomes harsher and harsher because if it's, let's say, one time that, I was surprised I learned that my friend spoke badly of me. Every time I'm going to remember that memory in moments where there's little betrayals and things like that. I'm going to add the emotional charge of that moment on that memory. I bring it back 100 times and it becomes the epiphany of betrayal. But then, if I get the notion that that friend in question was in a situation where her self-confidence was so low and she was around people that just manipulated her and she was too afraid to be authentic. At one point in an adult state, I will have maybe compassion for that person. Oh, okay. Then you know that she was weak and she was not, her integrity was not being held up. Then all of a sudden, what she did to me does not correspond anymore as the huge betrayal. I have a further vision of it, and I see somebody that lacked courage and integrity because of X, Y, the reason, and that will come and readjust my memory. Therefore, readjust my perception, readjust all of that. But ultimately, I will have to release all the emotional charge that are around that first memory. And that is a proven fact. The more you bring back a memory, the more distorted it becomes because it's adding information that wasn't there in the first place. So, here, how do we heal the past? How the past doesn't affect us anymore? It's when we're able to change or adjust the narrative on it from a bigger picture. That's why Temperance is the healing card. By seeing the whole situation, by bringing back those elements, parts of us, being influenced by a super high vibration so that it can transmute. And then, of course, it's always a choice. It doesn't erase what happened in the past, but it's just at that point that will not affect our perception of life being completely unbalanced, but more seeing the dynamic in it and how we can make it balanced. So it's that re-empowerment, and here is the Pope. And isn't it funny that, I have the Pope And this, and there they are, the Pope and the Star with the Two of Swords. Releasing the memories attached to all the times you did not receive the love that you deserved, that some kind of divine masculine did not give it to you, whether they were in the shape of a woman or a man, okay? And here, releasing that and bringing your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual discernment, knowing that cups of love are there for you so that you can bring Venus in and make things balance. And for that means this has to become like that. I'm going to go and change things. That doesn't mean, I gave an example of a situation that became bad and that finally maybe wasn't so bad. I know that, we all lived things that were truly bad by super cruel people. But the thing to remain, to get from this, is to at one point, as long as we give the distorted emperor power over what we can experiment in this life, we can't get out of it. That's what it means. The distorted emperor will remain distorted, and our experience will remain distorted as long as we don't bring back up justice. And that means releasing that time. It means stopping to wait for that distorted masculine to give us the cup we've been waiting for 20, 30, 50, 60 years. And all the times that is similar did not give it, and that it hurt us. 6 of Wands is like, okay, now I'm coming back from that war. I'm not there anymore. Let's look at that 2 of Swords. Maybe I won't be resisting receiving love. But for that, you need to grasp the new truth. So maybe that's why, even though those big principalities are there, you're really going to have to ask for that truth. How am I supposed to see things? Or I have to make that my throat chakra. Here, there's a little resistance in the throat chakra. 8 of Cups. And it's, here that Knight of Swords. Yes, you can go and tell your 4 truths, we say in French, les 4 vérités, to that emperor with your Knight of Swords. That won't make you heal. To heal, you have to make the choice to crush the threshold and leave all of that behind. 9 of Cups. It will feel good because you will have redetermined your who you are. But ultimately, you will have to make the choice of how you bring your energy. How been there, done that thing. Now I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to bring the sun back into my life because I'm worth it. So I think this is going to be something that, you might have little ups and downs this month. I would suggest to look at this reading at the end of the month also to see your reality when it comes to this. Because ultimately we see that it's a choice. And we have free will. do I want to make that choice? My Pope and my star are on my side. So my alignment with the divine, my spiritual, moral consciousness is on my side, and I have the power to do it. That's what you have to remember. You have the power to do it. So, reassessing justice. This is what this month will be about for you. Reassessing justice. Or redefining it. But there you go. Justice. So on this, my beautiful Taurus, thank you for watching, sharing, and commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, the description below, there's a website. You go on it. It's easy. You choose your service, the type of readings, the schedule, everything is there. So on that, namaste. Happy spring. Enjoy the life coming in. And for our friends on the other side of the planet, enjoy the end of the season there, where it's all going back inwards. As one side of the planet goes outward, another one goes into the resting inward. So anyway, all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.